online FDP on examination reform, and this is session 10. I welcome all the participants. I welcome you, Professor Sivakumar sir, who will be taking this session on the use of rubrics for assessment of professional outcomes. And his brief introduction is he is currently the associate professor in National Institute of Technical Teachers and Training and Research, uh, NITTR. This is an extension center, Bangalore, an autonomous institute under Ministry of Education, Government of India. Professor Sivakumar is a mechanical engineer from University of Madras with specialization in design and production of thermal power equipments from Regional Engineering College, Tiruchirappalli, and currently working in the area of outcome-based education as a trainer. He has got more than 7 years of experience in various projects of steel plants and copper plants in area of project estimation, project management and execution. His teaching experience is also more than 7 years as a faculty in the various engineering colleges and involved in establishment of laboratories, staff advisor for various professional societies like Society of Automotive Engineers SAE, presented papers in various international national conferences and seminars. Uh, about his training experience, since November 2006 onwards at NITTR Bangalore, he's served on about 15 years in the state of Karnataka with some major responsibilities as he has been involved in curriculum revision in the state of Karnataka for technical education, training the technical engineering colleges and polytechnic teachers of Karnataka state and other southern states in various technological and pedagogical areas, involved in implementation of outcome-based education for Karnataka state, involved in e-content development and learning management system for technical education system in Karnataka. He has been a resource person for various NBA accreditation workshops at Jadavpur University Institute of Chemical Technology, Jalgaon. Resource person at various universities in curriculum design and higher order thinking skills. Interacting and visiting industries to understand their requirement. These are the few lines for sir. I believe there may be several things other to describe sir, but I'll stop here and hand over this virtual dais to Professor Sivakumar sir.
Thank you, Professor, for your kind words. And I thank, first of all, the organizers for giving me the opportunity to share my experience. Actually, examination reforms from 2018 onwards, I have been discussing in various training programs which I used to conduct in regarding the outcome-based education training. I am really happy that 1 week program on examination reforms for the past 6-7 months, lot of colleges are conducting, universities are conducting. I am really happy that Triple M University of Technology Gorakhpur along with AICT New Delhi is conducting this program. So once again, I thank the organizers for inviting me to share my experience. Hope my voice is very clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, very clear.
Okay. Just to find out that, yeah. So for the past, this must be the 4th day, right? So for the past 3 days, you have been discussing about examination reforms. One question to you. Always there are three components in a curriculum. One is syllabus, another is teaching learning process, third one is assessment and evaluation. The question is, what is the weakest link among three as far as Indian education system is concerned? Over to participants. Participants can unmute and then talk. No, organizers, can you confirm whether participants can unmute and talk?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They can unmute themselves.
All,
Okay.
all, yes.
Yes, all participants.
All can,
yes, sir. All can unmute themselves.
Okay. Over to participants. My question to you is, what is the weakest link among three components of curriculum? One is syllabus, second one is teaching learning process, third one is assessment and evaluation. Which one is the weakest link?
Sir,
I need the answer from you.
it may vary from institute to institute. It is the answer is might not be universal one, but probably for all the weakest link thing is the assessment and evaluation.
Okay. Any other response? Any other response?
Also the part of because if content delivered to the means recipient in the better way, then obviously assessment that directly help to assessment. So the teaching learning process means content delivery.
Okay. No, which is the weakest link?
Actually, sir, what I feel sometimes when we are evaluating the students, and if we become a little bit tough, and then many of the students are getting failed. So that's why we become so much lenient, and so it's always dilemma how much sensitive a teacher should be. uh, like otherwise,
I
many
got
of the
it.
students will suffer.
I got it. No. I'm not blaming you at all. I don't think that I am blaming the system. I am blaming teachers and things like. It is not that. What we are doing here is analyzing our system. Okay. It is in the system is including me, you all, right? So what I am trying to tell is, if you have a very good syllabus and very good teaching learning process, but if our assessment and evaluation is very poor, as you told some apprehensions and things like that, why we are doing this way, why we are doing that way, that is accepted. But my question is, what is the weakest link? As somebody reflected, the assessment and evaluation is the weakest link as far as our Indian education is concerned. Why? Because teachers are very wonderful across the country. They know the best teaching learning process. Okay. The syllabus also, we have been continuously revising depending on the industry requirement and things like that. Always there is a gap. No doubt that there is always a gap between industry and institute, academic and industry. But one thing what we should have changed a lot, which we have not done, is assessment and evaluation, right? Syllabus, there will be always a gap, no doubt. Teaching learning process, we are continuously evolving and then making our teaching learning process better for today's generation. But assessment and evaluation, if it is very poor, what best syllabus you have and the best teaching learning process you make it, if you dilute your assessment and evaluation for any purpose, right, and the purpose of both syllabus and the teaching learning process will go for a 6. Why I am telling that is, if the exam, that is why there is the AICT felt that there should be a reform in examination. Since the assessment evaluation is the weakest link, that is why you are conducting this particular program. Am I right? Yes or no? Otherwise, the
Yes, sir.
reforms need to be for total curriculum. No, why there should be a reforms for examination alone? What is the reason for that?
Because
Can
really
anybody
this
respond?
needs more attention at the
Huh?
present scenario. Because really this needs the more attention in the present.
Exactly. Wonderful. I'm really happy that people are responding very well, right, to my queries and then clarifications. I'm really happy. What I meant is, this is where we need to focus, right? 2018, the AICT has uploaded a document. I think you must have read that particular document which AICT has given. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
I'll share that document also. I am not going to I am not going to read everything. Just I will share. People must, other resource person also must have shared um, the document. I will just share it. Whether my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
What is that you are saying?
It is visible, sir. Your screen is visible.
No, what is that you are saying?
Examination reforms policy.
Okay. So based on this document only, the whole training program is evolved, right? So my topic here is how you are going to assess the professional outcomes, right, for using rubrics, right? Now I will share my other screen. Just go through this particular graph and tell me what is that you have understood from this graph. A graph is seen in the screen.
So this is actually the mapping and in a bar diagram form for the course outcome and program outcomes.
Fantastic. Yes, exactly. But what is the inference you are taking from this graph? That is what I want.
Inference is the PO program outcomes 1, 2, 10 and 11 are more 3, 1, 2, 3 and 10 are more aligned. That is being achieved by this particular course more.
Okay. Yeah. Now I will just list down the attributes, right? Starting from engineering knowledge, problem analysis, design and development of solutions, investigation of problems, modern tool usage, engineer and society, environment sustainability, ethics, individual and teamwork, communication, lifelong learning, project management, and finance. Out of these 12 attributes, right, I consider first 5 attributes are technical attributes. What are all that? Engineering knowledge, problem analysis, design and development of solutions, investigation of problems, modern tool usage, right? The rest 7 are, I consider them as professional attributes, right? Engineer and society, environment sustainability, ethics, individual and teamwork, communication, lifelong learning, project management, and finance. These 7 attributes, I consider them as professional attributes. In this graph, whether technical attributes are addressed more or professional attributes are addressed more?
Technical one.
Technical one. Yeah, you are right. What is the reason for that? Actually, I have analyzed this particular graph is prepared in the year 2014. I have analyzed a curriculum from an university, right? Now, Similar graph I have done for so many years, almost 4 to 5 years. Almost all the universities graphs are similar, right? So why the technical attributes are addressed more, not the professional attributes? What is the reason for that?
Because the courses might be from technical institutions, these technical courses.
True, but the NBA accreditation says, or outcome-based education implementation aspect says, all the 12 attributes are important for an engineer, right? Not only technical attributes, professional attributes are also important. He need to understand the society. He has to understand the environment, because engineers has done lot of damages to the environment, right? So he has to understand communication, teamwork, lifelong learning, and so on, right? So my question to you is, engineers require all the attributes, whether it is technical attribute or professional attributes. Why our curriculum is more towards technical, not towards professional? My question is that.
Yeah, exactly, sir. We all are agree with this here. The engineer should have all the attributes. Then he can survive in the current scenario.
Correct.
Yeah. Otherwise, a lot of problems are there. Companies are not hiring them. So these all.
Exactly. Yeah, you are absolutely right, sir. The thing is, we are all producing lot of good technical people, but they are not able to communicate properly. They don't have an attitude towards learning further, right? They in the teamwork, they are not successful. They are not able to understand the society very well. Like that, it is there. I'm not blaming anybody, but what I mean is, as somebody told rightly, technical attributes we are concentrating, but professional attributes are not. Why? Because the reason is, when we change from input output model of education to outcome based education model of education, issue is, we have a lot of technical subjects and things like that. Explicitly we don't have any plan to develop their communication, to develop their ethics, to develop their teamwork, to develop their lifelong learning. So my discussion here is how to develop that, and what is the tool we should use for assessing that. Okay. Now, how do you solve this issue? How
So,
what is the strategy we need to follow to develop more professional outcomes?
one solution may be, sir, the base may be on the technical attributes, but the other
Agreed.
attributes, other the 5 attributes like communication, teamwork, lifelong learning, they should be integrated along with the course, or the course should be taken in such a way that these attributes are also fulfilled at the same time, being at the base
Exactly.
of technical things. Like students may be given some task to perform in a group. They
Exactly.
be motivated to keep lifelong learning, and this may be made somehow important for their professional career. So this way we
Definitely.
can.
Yeah, definitely. You have answered wonderfully well. What I mean is, you may no one good thing I really liked with your answer is, we need to integrate. That you should not separately develop communication. No. Okay. So certain incident I wanted to tell also, right? Why assessment is very important. About 4 years back, I have gone to Kerala, and they have introduced a subject called communication skills, to develop communication skill of the students, right? You listen carefully, right? In their technical education, they have introduced a subject called communication skills to develop the communication skill of students. Now, uh, the Joint Director of Kerala asked me this question. Sir, in this particular subject, the students are scoring very well. 80%, 90% they are scoring. But industry people are telling your students are not able to communicate well. You got the scenario? They have introduced a subject called communication skills. Students are scoring very well in that particular subject, 80%, 90% they are scoring. But their real communication skill is not developed properly. Okay. And the industry people, those who are coming for placement, they are complaining that your students are not able to communicate. He asked me, sir, give me the solution. What is the solution? What is the solution for this? Anybody? What would have been the problem? Why? What is the real problem of this?
So as far as I understand, the real problem here perhaps is that we as faculty fail to let the students know the importance of this communication part, because we primarily focus on the technical aspects, and the students also, if a student is from say CS or EC or mechanical, they still today also they fail to understand that speaking also is equally important. So one, we will have to change the pedagogy. Once we do that, then as Professor Avdesh said, yes, we'll have to introduce and integrate things in a way that the students understand the importance of communicating effectively and efficiently.
Very good, ma'am. Actually, that for that only they have introduced a subject called communication skills, but still it has not happened. Why? That is it. That is what
That
I'm
perhaps, so that perhaps is because we still lack on the simulation exercises. We need to not only make them study, but also make them practice the things.
Exactly.
The more we make them practice, the more better the situation would be.
Exactly. Actually, what is happening in the issue
real
is
time practice might be real time practice may be missing. Only the theoretical knowledge they have focused.
Yeah, that is what they are assessing. They are assessing theoretically, not practically. So end examination is not the solution for developing communication skills. Am I right?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Lot of continuous evaluation need to be done, right? Lot of activities need to be given, right? Lot of qualitative assessment need to be done, right? So that is the issue. One more incident I will tell you. One more incident is whether in your university is there any subject called professional ethics?
Yes, sir. We do teach in Graphic Redeemed to be University. There's a subject called as professional ethics.
Okay.
Though not in every course.
Huh?
Though not in every course, but then we do have this in humanities and
separate
social
courses
sciences.
there for professional
It is a
ethics.
separate 2-credit course, sir. Yes.
Okay. Then how you are assessing, ma'am?
So it is more of a simulation. As I said, it's more of simulation exercises. First, we let them know what exactly the professional ethics are in different kind of professional environments. We tell them what the ethics are, and then we make them practice. Maybe forming a team of 4-5 people, and then giving them the group exercises, asking them to go out in teams, interact with the public outside, and that is given as a minor project also to them in every semester. And on the basis of that, they're being graded.
Fantastic. But what 20 years back, what has happened, I will tell you. I was a faculty in an affiliated engineering college. 20 years back, that university has introduced a subject called professional ethics. But unfortunately, they have introduced a professional ethics as a theoretical subject, right? So assessment is done by written examination, right? I have gone as an additional examiner for another college in the same university. The additional examiner's duty is to find out whether the examinations are going correct, fair and fine manner and things like that. One particular day, professional ethics subject written examination was going on. Okay. I have gone around the examination halls and found out some people are copying from each other. You got the scenario?
Yes,
Yes,
All
sir.
of you got, all of you got the
Yes, sir.
scenario?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the subject for which the examination was going on?
Professional ethics.
Ironically, professional communication, professional ethics.
But what they are doing?
Yes. They are copying each
They're
other.
being unethical, yes.
Unethical.
It has happened. I'm not cooking up a story and telling. Definitely not. It has happened under my nose. So, what is the moral of the story?
They were just
Ethics
appearing
should
for the
be
examination.
delivered in means during their technical education, or means during their curriculum delivery. Parallelly, ethic subject should be there.
Correct. Exactly. There is no point in separately introducing. But if you introduce also, it has to be more of as as one participant, that madam told, right? It has to be case study based. It has to be the evaluation also need to be continuous evaluation, qualitative assessment, not the end examination. Okay, so the best method is to integrate those professional attributes into each subject, not instead of introducing it separately. If you introduce also, the assessment need to be different. That is what my contention is. Am I right? Is there any question here or any clarification?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, having said that, I will go to the one more thing. What we should do here is introduce a lot of student activities. If you want to develop professional attributes like teamwork, communication, lifelong learning, and so on, lot of student activities need to be there for each and every subject, right? One takeaway from my session, right? You can note down, each and every subject need to have lot of student activities. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, introducing incorporating lot of student activities are not enough. Assessing them using rubrics is important. Okay. Why rubrics? I will tell you. Now I will go to another presentation. My screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. This particular presentation I have prepared for a SWAYAM program. Actually, we have done one SWAYAM program for NAC accreditation. So for that, I have developed this particular presentation. That is why SWAYAM logo and all it is there. The comparison between qualitative assessment and quantitative assessment. Why qualitative assessment? You are all experts in quantitative assessment. I am not going to discuss that. What are all the quantitative assessments you do? What are all the quantitative assessments you do?
Quizzes, seminars,
No,
midterm
quantitative assessment. Quantitative assessments. Quantitative assessments. What are all the quantitative assessments you do? No reply. Quantitative assessments. Seminar also you are assessing quantitatively? I really doubt. What are all the quantitative assessments you do?
Those written examinations.
So perhaps we can have more of
Internal test.
practicals. Yes. More
Ah?
practicals incorporated. Then we assess them using the midterm, mid-semester examination, then the quizzes, and
No, what
that is how we progress.
that is true, ma'am. Actually, what I am asking is, what are all the quantitative assessment processes you are doing? The quiz and seminars and things like that, they can be assessed qualitatively, right? Seminar, assignment, and things like that also. But internal test, end examination, these are all
Written
quantitative assessment processes where we give marks. Correct?
assignments, written examinations, all those things may be under the quantitative examination.
Quantitative, but assignments we can evaluate qualitatively also. I will tell you how. Okay, but right now we are doing quantitative assessment process, right? My question to all of you is, through quantitative assessment process, how many attributes you will be able to address really out of these 12? Through quantitative assessment process, how many attributes you will be able to address out of these 12? Honestly, you tell me, out of these 12, how many attributes you will be able to address really?
The first one, engineering knowledge,
Definitely.
the analysis
Okay.
can be, and a little part of design and development. Investigation also can be, the question may be given based on this.
Okay.
And then uh,
Tool is a modern tool.
Modern
use.
tool also a little bit you can do
little,
that. Yeah.
little bit. Probably the only 4-5 initial
Yeah.
5. Initial.
So that is why my session is on qualitative assessment. Why? Because only through qualitative assessment you will be able to assess engineer and society, environment, sustainability, ethics. All professional outcomes need to be assessed through qualitative assessment. Yeah, even in the document which AICT is giving, right? They told, right, in the 4th chapter, right? How many of you read this particular chapter? 4th chapter of that document, examination reforms policy document. When you want to assess higher order abilities and when you want to assess professional skills, I call it as professional outcomes, right? Or competencies, right? There is a separate chapter, right? In that, they given some strategies. You are able to read this?
Yes, sir.
What are the strategies they are given?
Course projects,
projects.
open-ended experiments in
Yeah,
laboratory,
unit. Yeah.
project-based learning modules, MOOCs, co-curricular experiences, mini minor projects, final year projects, internship experiences, e-portfolios of student works.
Out of this, what are the things presently you are concentrating? Out of this 9.
Out of mini minor projects, final year projects,
Okay.
and internships, somewhat internship
Okay.
experience,
Okay.
MOOCs also,
Folks,
Yes.
okay.
only these things.
Okay. So that means e-portfolio is very, very important. That we'll have to, I'll share that also, right? And course project, open-ended experiments, I have a separate session tomorrow. I will do that. We may have to slowly move from traditional model of education to project-based model of education, right? That also I will discuss tomorrow, right? And we need to for e-portfolio of student work, what will I have to do? I will discuss that also today. Now, having said that, right, co-curricular experiences, mini and minor project, final year project, course project, everything need to be assessed qualitatively, right, through rubrics, right? I will go to the rubrics part of it. Now, as far as the qualitative assessment is concerned, we always separate the teaching learning process and assessment and evaluation, right? But it has to be integrated. First of all, we need to identify the student learning outcome. Then you'll have to map with the curriculum, find out what are all the attributes you are able to achieve and what are all the attributes you are not able to achieve. And you'll have to find out various methods of assessment, not only quantitative, in qualitative, what are all the assessment processes, right? Through case studies, through presentations, through seminars. So that
Sir, unmute yourself, please. Professor Sivakumar, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, there was some disturbance, so I muted all.
Oh, you muted everybody. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, this slide only we were discussing, no? So you need to integrate the you will have to identify the student learning outcomes, curriculum then we'll have to do the curriculum mapping, then you'll have to find out various methods of assessment and so on. Now we already discussed that out of these 12 attributes, only few attributes, 4 or 5 attributes are you are able to achieve through quantitative assessment. So more of qualitative assessment need to be done. Now, what is rubrics? I hope most of you know by this time about rubrics, I believe. But still, since my session is on assessing professional outcome through rubrics, I need to introduce this, right? I hope you are all experienced professors. During the initial part of your career, whether you have undergone any induction program from any of NATTRs or any other agency. For newly recruited teachers, we do a training program as induction program. Anybody has undergone that? Where we do micro teaching exercise. Anybody in this batch, whether they have undergone an induction program from NATTR or any other agency during the initial part of their career?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Then I will tell you what is the activity. We have a signature program from NATTR called induction program. It is a 2 weeks program now. We used to conduct long back, about 25 years back. We used to conduct 4 weeks program, 3 weeks program and all. Now it has come to 2 weeks standardized, right? in the 2 weeks program for newly recruited teachers, 1 week we give lot of inputs on methods of teaching, techniques of teaching, strategies of teaching, what is adult learning, what is perception, how do you manage classroom, right? How do you use the technology in the classroom, and so on. Lot of inputs we give in the first week. In the second week, possibly on the 8th day, we ask them to give a session for about 10 minutes maximum, 7 minutes to 10 minutes, right? Now, when you give that particular session, all the teachers in a batch of about 30, they will take 10 minutes to give a session, and the next day it will be replayed, and then it will be reviewed, okay, and the competency of the teachers will be discussed, and then it will be shared. So for that we have developed rubrics, right? So the sample of the rubrics I have put it here, right? In that we have considered planning as a criteria, execution as a criteria, concept link as a criteria, technology use as a criteria, technology use or analysis using data. Fifth one is interaction with students. Now, performance indicators are excellent, good, satisfactory, need to improve, need improvement. Now, the descriptors are given in the boxes, whether planning is excellent or good, execution is excellent or good or satisfactory, and so on. Now, I will tell you, if we go to a hotel nowadays, in a good restaurant, they at the end of the dinner, they come up with a feedback form or the tab, with the tab they are having, and then we'll have to just enter our feedback, right? Now, same food is excellent for somebody, very average for somebody else. Is it possible? Same food is excellent for somebody, very average for somebody else. Am I right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely right, sir.
What is the reason for that?
It depends upon individual's perspective and taste.
Exactly. What
Yes,
is their
it is
previous
subjective.
experience? What is their perception? What is their interest, and so on. Now, they are giving a feedback. So somebody gives same food excellent. Somebody else gives very average. Now, what is the difference between that and rubrics? That is not rubrics, because it is a rating scale, right? Somebody gives for the same food excellent. For the same food, somebody else is giving very average rating. But here, can you give that? Can you give like that? In rubrics, for planning is excellent means the condition is given, right? There in the hotel, for excellent, there is no condition, right? It is based on your experience and your interest, your perception, and so on. Here in rubrics, you give a condition. If the planning is excellent means you'll have to satisfy this condition. Execution is good means you'll have to satisfy this condition. The condition is given as descriptors, right? If the concept link is excellent means you'll have to satisfy that condition. Concept link with a link to base and seemingly unrelated domains, like that. There should be a condition there, right? So you got the template of the rubrics. Am I right? Any questions on that?
No, fine, sir, fine.
Okay. Now, quantitative assessment is more of knowledge development, right? As somebody already told, if you don't develop the professional outcomes through qualitative assessment process, right, they are not capable of capable as engineers. So qualitative assessment is developing the competency of a student. So which is more important, knowledge or competency? Question to all of you is, which is important, knowledge or competency?
Both are equally important because either of the things cannot survive without the prevalence of the other. So I feel that both, only when both the things are there, the individual can be called as as
Okay,
an effective and an efficient person.
I'll
But
clarify that, madam.
competence,
I do
but
agree with
competency is
Raj,
given more
sir.
weightage.
Actually, the prime thing is the knowledge must be there, and then of course the competency is more important than the knowledge, but the knowledge should be there.
Yeah, I
So
agree. I agree that part, but I have not told you what is competency. Then you will understand my question. The competency is having three components majorly. One is attitude, another is skill, third one is knowledge. Competency
Exactly,
is the
competency.
huh?
Yeah, it means competency is means more weightage. Having
Competency is the combination of attitude, skill, and knowledge. You got it?
yes,
Competency is the combination of attitude, skill, and knowledge. So through quantitative assessment, we are developing the knowledge alone, but competency is not without knowledge. It is with knowledge only. Right? Without knowledge, there will not be any competency of a person. So, but thing is, attitude is more important than the skill. The attitude and skill is more important than the knowledge. Unfortunately, we generally more focus more on knowledge. I am not underestimating the importance of the knowledge, but at the same time, competency is the combination of attitude, skill, and knowledge. That is why generally I used to tell competency is more important than the knowledge, because competency as it is combination of attitude, skill, and knowledge. Is it okay? Agreed?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how do you develop rubrics? Right? Rubrics, there are three parts. One is criteria, right? Second one is performance indicators. Third one is descriptors. Criteria in the example I have given, criteria are planning, execution, concept link, technology use, analysis using data, interaction with students. Performance indicators are excellent, good, satisfactory, need improvement. Descriptors are the written things which are in the boxes, right? Now, all the three you'll have to understand. Now, what I will, this is the definition of rubrics. It is the way of organizing criteria to systematically determine if the outcome is met based on data, right? It is used when the judgment of quality is required, right? You cannot have a bias in rubrics, right? You'll have to assess in a transparent manner, right? Rubrics need to be given to your students and assess it. It is a predefined scheme for evaluation process. The subjectivity involved in evaluating an activity becomes more objective when you use rubrics. Rubrics can be used to assess projects, lab work, presentations, examination questions, exhibits, performances, portfolio of student work, internships, essay and papers. Any questions till this point?
Sir, can you just a little bit more focus on what is exactly rubrics? Whether these are the methods of assessing only?
It is a tool for assessment.
Tool for assessment.
It is a tool for qualitative assessment process. Suppose you are giving an activity, whether it is project or seminar, right? Oral presentation, assignment, and things like that. When you want to assess that team for one group work you are giving, right? To assess that, you have a criteria. For example, I will put it this way. You want to assess me as a resource person. You will assess qualitatively or quantitatively.
Qualitatively.
What are the criteria you will give it for me?
The criteria maybe the content you delivered.
Correct.
And the way you are presenting.
Correct.
Your slides and all the materials,
Materials,
contents.
yeah.
And
Okay.
then how much you are able to convey your things.
Exactly. Exactly. So these are the criteria you will give, right? For some criteria at the end of the training program, for some criteria you can give excellent. Some criteria you can give just good only. For some other criteria you are just satisfactory, not even good. These are all possible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can even make a rubrics for this particular session, right? You take whatever criteria you are giving, right? As in the place of planning, execution, concept link and all, you will have that criteria whichever you have told, right? And then you can make a rubrics, right? And find out whether Professor Sivakumar is excellent in communicating whatever he wanted to communicate, right? Whether he is having a good content, right? Whether he is able to clarify, right? So you can assess me qualitatively. So similarly, you can assess your students qualitatively using this tool called rubrics. You got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So my humble submission to all of you is prepare a lot of rubrics for various activities of students so that their communication skill can be developed, their teamwork can be developed, their lifelong learning can be developed through lot of activities and assessment also. Whether I have answered your question, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got.
Is there any other question on rubrics?
No, sir. So suppose, sir, the criteria we have defined for assessing your presentation. Suppose I give in all the criteria excellent, and of course it is excellent.
Okay.
So what does it reflect? If you don't know rubrics, what is rubrics? We are going in the same way for any assessment sort of thing.
Yeah, very good question, Professor. What I mean is, when you apply to your students, right, the rubrics way, all the students will not be excellent in all the criteria. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So to understand them, that rubrics will help you. For them also, in this particular criteria, one student may be excellent, but another criteria he is just good. So he will be able to find out, right, in which area he can develop. For example, this rubrics when I given to our teachers, right, after the micro teaching of 10 minutes session, they themselves self-evaluated and then found out, sir, my planning was excellent, but my execution was not that good, right? It was just satisfactory only because I have planned very well, but I am not able to execute. My concept link is excellent. Like that, they themselves evaluated, self-evaluation has happened, right? For that, the rubrics will be useful, right? If all the students at the end of the semester, if they are coming in a coming good or excellent, it is wonderful. But initial time of the semester, they may not be uh, uh, excellent in all the criteria. That is what I wanted to convey. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Any other question? Now, rubrics can be used to assess e-portfolio also. What is e-portfolio? First of all, can you tell me what is portfolio? Then we will go for e-portfolio. What is portfolio? Anybody? I don't know. The session on e-portfolio is already over, or is that whether there was any separate session on e-portfolio?
No, sir. No, sir.
Or anybody else discussed about e-portfolio in this training program? Anybody has discussed about portfolio?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. No, just based on your experience, you tell me what is portfolio of students.
I think based on their skills, they have given some assignments or like some activity group leader
Correct,
kind of thing.
Correct. Yeah. Lot of activities. I told you we'll have to do lot of student activities. No, the collection of all the activities is called portfolio. If you are collecting in a soft format, it is called e-portfolio. For example, they can do a project, mini project, right? They can go to a hackathon and then win an award or certificate, right? They can have a blog developed, right? They can develop they can go to a technical marathon and then win a certificate or win an award or whatever, right? The combination of collecting all the documents of their research projects, achievements, presentations, uh, skill, right? Their accomplishment is called e-portfolio. Now, there are online tools to develop rubrics. One demonstration I will do. One is rubrics, Ruby Star. Another is iRubrics. Another is Quick Rubrics. I will demonstrate one online tool, which is Ruby Star for Teachers.org. You can parallelly do that also. You can parallelly do that. What you do is go to Google and type Ruby Star. You parallelly do this. Just type Ruby Star. You will get this particular page. The website is rubystar for teachers.org. I will copy and then put it in the chat box also. I'll put it in the chat box.
You can also share in a WhatsApp group also. Sir, you added in that group also.
Oh, in the WhatsApp group?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm added.
Dr. Avdeshji, please look into this. Or Dr. Sekharji, please. please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I will put it in the chat box, but I don't think my number is added in the WhatsApp group. You can also share it. Just a minute. Okay, chat box. I'm not able to access the chat box.
Actually, administrative permission is not given to everyone. So, sir, you can. We are going to add in the WhatsApp group, so you can share in that.
Okay, okay. That is not that is okay, but yeah, but that is not an issue. It is Ruby. Now you are able to see the screen, right? Ruby
Yes.
Star
Yeah.
for rubystar.forteachers.org is the website.
Sir, you are added in the WhatsApp group also.
Just a minute. I will share there. I will share it. Yeah, now I have shared.
Yes, sir, now got it in the. Yes.
That website you can just open. Please open that. Parallelly, you do that. Whether all of you got this particular page in your browser. Whether all of you got this page.
Yes, sir.
So go down. You can create a rubrics in oral project, multimedia, math, writing, products, reading, art, work skill, science, music. You select one of that, you will get this page. All of you got this page?
Yes, sir.
In that, you can develop a rubrics for class debate. In oral project, you can develop for class debate, role play, interview, storytelling, making a brochure, making a poster, multimedia project, website design, lab report, research writing, research report, letter writing, collaborative work skill, problem solving, creating a painting for music, right? Music composition, music history, reading, independent reading. So you can develop a rubrics for any topic. I am just taking oral presentation rubrics as a for demonstration. I am just filling this details, your first name, last name, and then you can give a title. You got this particular page, all of you.
Yes, sir.
All of you got this page?
Yes, sir.
I want you to do parallelly, please. And the zip code is 99999 for all of you. And then I am making a temporary rubric only. You can make it permanent also if you want, if you are registering and logging in. I'm not going to do that because that may take a little more time. But I put, instead of 4, 3, 2, 1, I am putting qualitative performance indicators: excellent, good, satisfactory. I'm changing it. Like that, you can also change it. Satisfactory, and need to improve. Got it? All of you, if you have any query, you can tell me. Now, what I am going to do is, I am going to select for oral project, right, enthusiasm as a first criteria. I am selecting. When you select a first criteria, you see all the descriptors are already available, right? You can edit it also. You got this?
Yes, sir.
In the descriptors, they are given facial expressions and body language generate a strong interest and enthusiasm about the topic in others, right? That is the descriptor. Next is attire. So what kind of professional look he has when he comes for presentation. Now, preparedness, how well the student is prepared, right? Whether he has rehearsed or not, right? And speaks clearly, right? Whenever he speaks, whether the clarity is there, right? And then listen to other presentations, okay? Whether his presentation only he is doing, when it comes to others presentation, he is not concentrating on that. About the content, next, whether he is staying on topic, next, posture and eye contact. Like that, I can go on adding, right? So many criteria I have added. Suppose you feel one particular criteria, you feel it has to be added, but it is not there. So what you'll have to do is, you can just type in the box. I am doing that now. Just typing some letters only. There is no meaning in it. So I wanted to tell you, you can edit it and then add a criteria also. Here, in the previous one, I wanted to edit. Here also, I am going to edit it. I am going to edit. I am editing. Now, you got it, all of you? Now go down. Go down, 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 down. Submit. All of you got this page where your rubrics is ready. All of you got this? You can, after this also, you can, if you want to modify, you can click here. You can go and modify if you want. So in the modification, what I will do, I will add one more line. I am adding one more line. Sorry. I've added one more line and submitting again. Now see, yeah, 2 lines are there which I have added. Actually, the relevant this one only need to come, but for the demonstration sake, I have done this. Here you can add criteria also. Now I am going to, till that, any question?
No, sir.
So sir, my question is to create this rubric, the purpose of to check the means competency, or for the purpose this we are creating this rubric.
Yeah. How to find out the how much competency every student has? That can be evaluated through rubrics.
Okay, fine. So it means this data filled by student only we can share such kind of this so student can fill.
No, this criteria and all with discussion you can decide, and then give the rubrics to your students, right? Beforehand, so that they are able to achieve this particular level.
Oh, fine.
You cannot keep this as a secret.
Okay. Fine. Thank you.
So now I am downloading. I generally download in the Excel spreadsheet. I'll save it. Why I am saving in Excel spreadsheet is, after that also I will be able to edit it. That is the reason. All of you got this?
Yes.
Any questions? Or in demonstration, any? It is very simple, no?
Yes, sir.
The purpose of me demonstrating this is, how do you understand, and how how do you develop the descriptors you should know, right? So a lot of sample of descriptors are there, right? You will be able to make it. And even in the examination reforms policy document, there are very lot of samples of, see this page. You are able to see the screen, right?
Yes.
In the examination reforms policy document, there is a chapter on rubrics. There are sample rubrics also available. Yeah, 4.2, using rubrics as assessment tool. So for criteria and then performance indicators, right? They call it as scales. Sample rubrics I will show you. See, the appendix D, you have some sample rubrics. This is for communication, and it is for design projects. For projects also you can develop rubrics, right? The criteria are purpose of project, research, choices, and things like that. My question to all of you is now how you are assessing rubrics. Sorry, projects. What is the assessment tool you use for rubric for projects? No answer. How do you assess projects of your students? No reply. Hello. I hope my voice is clear. My question was how you are assessing the project now, project work of your students. No reply. If you don't give reply, how I?
No, sir. Normally, what we initially means schedule the group of students for 3 to 4 students in a group.
Very good.
Right, and the guideline, the content of the presentation. On that basis, we decided, okay, content delivery, content of the presentation, and reply and query. So these 3-4 criteria are there.
Good. Nice of you. Thing is, I am not against the criteria which you fix. Issue is, if you develop a rubrics for that criteria, it will be wonderful.
Yeah, that will be better. Yes.
What
Exactly.
I am trying to tell is the assessment of project right now, we call it a split up of marks. Am I right? Split up for content this much and then like that. Okay. Now, if you develop a rubrics, it will be wonderful. So some sample of rubrics are available in this document also. So see, for mini project there is a rubrics for review 1, right? Whether they have articulated the problem statement, whether identified the engineering system variables parameters, whether they have identified existing process solution method, like that. So I request you to go through this particular document, particular rubrics, right? So that this can be used for projects, a portfolio, student, and so on.
Surely, sir. Sure.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think.
Thank you very much, sir.
I don't know whether I have done my thing very
sir,
well.
You absolutely done your job, and really we means have this rubric and all. We are not aware, so we really gone through that. So thank you very much for your nice and quality content delivery during this your talk. Thank you very much, sir.
You are welcome, Professor, and I'm really happy that I could associate with your university, and during your curriculum revision or rubrics development for your curriculum, if you need any support, always you can contact me.
Surely, sir. This is only the starting point. Long journey we go together. Surely. Thank you.
Any accreditation process you want to make, or any OB implementation you are you are stuck up, right? Always my service is with you. From NITTR, we will do our best.
Okay, thank you very
Thank you
much, sir.
very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Right.
Thank you all. Thank you. Special thanks to people, those who have interacted with me, those who have asked some questions. Special thanks to them.
Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you.
And today only I actually understood what is rubrics. I heard this term very frequently, but I was actually not aware of what is actually the rubrics is.
Okay.
So,
But
thank you very much, sir.
my humble submission to you is, please develop your own rubrics, right?
Okay. Okay.
Refer all the sample rubrics available, and my request to all of you is develop rubrics on your own. If you have any query, you can always contact me. My phone number is there, and my mail ID. My mail ID, I thought of sharing it with you. Just a minute. You can. I will share it. Just a minute. In the
Dr. Sekhar already having, so please you can share if you are having.
Okay, Dr. Shekhar is having. Fine. Then
share this detail of
yeah,
the
in my
experts.
profile it is there. So please contact nittr.bangalore@gmail.com. That is my mail ID. Since chat is not open, I will share it in the WhatsApp group also. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I thank Professor Seha for contacting me.
Dr. Sekhar.
And I have one more session tomorrow. So if there are any other question on rubrics also, you can reserve it. And then tomorrow also you can ask, not an issue. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for sparing your valuable time, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
You are welcome.
So participant, next session will be scheduled from 12 p.m. So we'll have a break for around 15 minutes. No, not 15, it is half an hour break.
Yes,
so we'll
yes.
meet after half an hour.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.